Home training is bringing up a child with manners and social etiquette taught at home. These are expected and acceptable manner of behavior. However, corporal punishment is an effective physical way to punish misbehaving children in order to teach appropriate behavior. This involves hitting, smacking, spanking with hand and with belt, wooden spoon, amongst others. In lieu of this, people have gone against the idea of beating up a child compared towards advice. This is because extreme cases of corporal punishment has led to maltreatment and sometimes death of children. However, this use of words of advice has not proven so efficient in the long run.
Home training can be described as manners and social etiquette taught at home.
The qualities, the integrity, the virtues that you impute in the children before they are exposed to the world outside. Whatsoever you want them to become in life, you impute them before they leave. So it's like feeding them with qualities you would admire in the nearest future in them before they are exposed to the world outside.
Some parents are against the use of corporal punishment as a means of bringing up a child.
If we are to say that corporal punishment has its good side, and probably that is why the absence of corporal punishment is why the society is like this, we will be very far from the truth. I come from a background where my parents used the rod where it was necessary, but they did more of talking. I think there are a lot of things that currently affect training of children. The availability of parents having the know-how to train children, the absence of parents being at home because of their search for money, the economic demands on the family adversely affects the training of children. And then when you look at how much time children spend in school instead of with their parents and significant others, and how social media adversely affects them, you will know that children need more than what they are getting.
But don't now punish a child for just a little mistake. You know, some people, let me use this word now in Yoruba. Nǹkan tí tó lè gbé ojú punishment tó gbé fún lè lọ. Maybe somebody has stolen bread and now asking that pet to be so by the time you want to correct a child using punishment, kneel down, carry stone, punishment must be proportional to the mistake by a child. I know that you now do it in essence. Some people, they can use what do you call it? Turning spoon to beat a child. It's not right. Some people just use their hand. It's not right.
Guardians also explained on the lack of home training and its effects on the society.
If you don't train a child, the child becomes a nuisance out there. As a teacher, the training you're supposed to give the children in your class, if you don't give it to them, they become nuisance. Somebody who is a truant and is not caught will go out there to do havoc. We have them all around. See, I'm sorry to use this EU of these G guys outside there. From cradle, I want to assume that they have not taught contentment, and the reason everybody is out to make it at all costs. So it has affected every sector. If you see them in the hospital as medical doctor, many of them will become good professional, people, medical doctor, lawyers. They are the ones that will give you to go, they will tell you to go and do the test that you don't need, because they know when you pay 30,000 naira, there is a commission for them.
They also give their candid advice to parents out there and children themselves.
I would speak to the parents first. I would ask the parents to make their parenting style intentional. You don't bring children into the world without giving them attention. I'm a parent and I've been married for over 35 years. And I do intentional parenting. I make out time for my children. I made out time for my children. I still make out time for them. So for whatever age the parents are in, it is expected of you to make out time for these children. Children need to be trained. They need to be instructed. And when you instruct them and you train them, you get the desired effect. than waiting for them to fall short of the standards and punish them. When you punish them, you are breaking their spirit, you are hurting them, you are affecting their self-confidence. These are the things that lead to suicidal ideation. When the expectation is so high and young children feel they cannot meet the expectation, then you ask yourself, were they prepared for those expectations? Or the expectations were just pushed upon them and they couldn't meet the expectations? Then they begin to think of killing themselves, they get depressed, and their self-confidence is totally eroded. So I will advise the upcoming generation of young people to allow themselves to be trained.
Whether through the use of beating or words of advice, it is important for parents to train up their children to be useful to themselves and to society at large, not only for their old age, but also to save lives. Prevail Kolade, reporting for KAFTAN TV.